Around, right? I just wanted to hop on for a little midday chat. All right, there we go. I guess it helps if I turn my camera around, right? I just wanted to hop on for a little midday chat with you guys. I hope that your day is going awesome. And I know it's kind of late for those of us on the East Coast, but it's midday for the West Coast, which right now I've been wrapped up all into their time zone as of late and helping them. But I wanted to hop on really quick because I wanted to provide some encouragement and just some advice, right? I think that, it's so important whether you are in the business world or or any industry, whether you're working for someone or working for yourself, it's so important that you continue to grow your skill set. I was used to teach, and when I was in corporate America, I would often coach employees around like considering their toolkit. What do you have in your toolbox? What resources do you have and what knowledge do you have? And making sure that you're constantly upskilling. And that's going to be so important in this season, in this year of 2023. Things are happening so fast and furious. Technology is growing and ever changing so much. And things are becoming so much more competitive. And with inflation, things are also becoming that much more expensive. And so if you are able to find a niche where you are able to provide a resource or service and add value to whether it's your personal organization or to other organizations where you're able to help minimize costs, but help them get great return on their investment, you are going to be a rock star. You are going to be a superstar. You are going to help them with exponential growth or even yourself with exponential growth. And so I want to speak for a moment just for, business owners. I know that it can be hard because you have so many daunting tasks at hand. And some of you, you need to focus on the who, not how you're going to get things done, because you're going to get stuck in that how period. You can spend months strategizing and writing down goals and reciting affirmations and never moving into action and never seeing any progress. And, and some people say, oh, well, it didn't work. I tried manifestation. It doesn't work for me. You have to put some action with that manifestation. And sometimes that action, like you merely going ahead and creating that LLC for that business that you're supposed to have, you're letting the universe know that I'm ready. And you'll start to notice that some things that they may seem weird at first, but as they continue to keep happening, they actually become your norm. When you start moving into action, the right people will show up on your path. You'll start connecting or meeting with the right people, or people that you already know will begin to, you'll just come across their mind and they'll say, you know what, I need to connect you with Clanetta, or you know what, I have this issue, let me call Clanetta. I'm gonna need your help. I have this emergency that I need you to call you in to help me with. And so things like that will begin to happen. And through those experiences, you begin to build your brand. You begin to get your name out there, and then people kind of understand what it is that you do and the value that you provide, right? And so again, we know that the skills that we had 10, 20 years ago, those won't suffice in today's world and day and age. Technology has grown and changed so much. So again, it's up to us to make sure that we are constantly growing and evolving with the times and with the changes. Now, we all know that AI is taking on the world by storm. And if you are not using AI, if you aren't knowledgeable of it, you are already behind. And you're going to get left behind as we continue to move throughout the rest of this year and into 2024. AI is finding its way into just almost every industry, every aspect of our lives, whether it's law enforcement, whether it is in the business world, with administrative things that it's able to help with, or marketing, or creating images, and things like that. And so you need to get on that. And again, if you're a leader and you're hoping to grow your own business, or if you work in the market space for a corporation, you need to make sure that you are growing your skills as a leader so that you can stay on top of all that is being demanded of you, and then even become innovative on your own. So I'm encouraging you to tap into my leadership development workshop. It is a 10-week leadership development workshop. And again, I'm very intentional in how I titled this. It's on time management. And so we go into several areas and aspects of time management that you may not have ever been introduced to. You're going to be introduced into the Pareto analysis process, which is coined by some organizations as the 80-20 rule, right? We're going to tell you how focusing on the 20% of what matters actually can get you to the 80% of the results. And you'll find that with that 80-20 rule and putting that in place and in practice, you will be able to impact, from a positive standpoint, just about every area of your life. I know people that have utilized that, even in their personal lives, from managing their wardrobe. I have started to use it in every area of my life. I was first introduced to it in 2019 in the business world and using it there. And it started to permeate through, my decision making and things that I was doing. Even when you think about from an investment standpoint, there's ways that you can sit and you can, utilize it there. It's so imperative for business leaders, especially if you're working with a corporation. Some corporations do a really good job with utilizing the Pareto process. Some are far behind and they don't know anything of it. They haven't been implementing it. And so also, as a business owner who owns your own business that's looking to scale and grow, that is something that can help you catapult, help you grow, and help you jump several leaps and bounds in your business, right? Sometimes we're just running around and we're trying to fix everybody. Imagine if you learned the 80-20 rule and you were able to utilize that to hone in on your ideal client and focus on that ideal client. You are going to see exponential growth in your profit margin and your revenue, because you're not spending your time trying to help or solve problems for folks with whom maybe you're really not equipped to help with, or maybe there's someone else that's better equipped to be able to service them at a cost point that they can afford. And so learning those types of skills and techniques are going to be invaluable for you and for the growth of your business. Like I said, this is a 10-week workshop, and it also includes individualized coaching bi-weekly, because you're not going to just sit online. Like, we have this wonderful Ed app that I'm so excited about, for admin learning. But you're not going to sit and just click through some course slides and then walk away and in a couple hours, oh, I'm done with this course. No, you're going to take it in chunks, which is another skill that we teach throughout this leadership development time management workshop, is how to chunk things out to make them manageable, to set you up for success. So we've chunked it out into bi-weekly coaching sessions. In between that, you're actually going through 2 weeks of the course materials, and you have assignments throughout the workshop. You are expected to begin to implement some of these new tools and processes that you're learning throughout into your daily life and into your business life. And we're going to coach you through that, because we want to make sure that at that 10-week period, you look back and you actually see some growth from having experienced and having been exposed to many of these tools and resources. Now, we're going to test your knowledge too, like any great course. We want to make sure, again, that you're not just clicking through the workshop materials, but you are retaining the information as well. And and again, it helps having that personal coach to hold you accountable that actually can work with you on some strategy, whether it's for your business or if it's for a project that you're working for, if you're currently working for someone, so that you can set yourself up to be able to stand out amongst the crowd. But I tell you, at the end of that 10 weeks, people are going to stand up and notice. They are going to take notice. They are going to notice something's different about you. There's some change that has occurred. You're going to feel less stress, but you're going to feel like, wow, I can't believe I've gotten so many things done. Part of our problem, especially those of us running our own businesses, is we're trying to do everything and we can't. It's not feasible. And that's why, again, the concepts from that book, Who Not How, are so imperative for exponential growth in any area in our lives. And so being able to delegate and delegate the right way is so important. Like, you can go out and you can hire additional resources, but if you don't know how to train them or work with them, or you don't have a plan, or you don't even know where they should begin or what they should be helping you on, then, you may find some frustration and feel like, wow, I've spent these resources on bringing these people in to help me, but I'm not seeing any results. And unfortunately, sometimes folks look at the individuals that they've hired on as the problem, and sometimes they're not always the problem. Sometimes we have to look internally, because maybe we're not explaining what it is that we need clearly or efficiently. We talk through being able to have those conversations. We also deal with, again, reality. The reality that not everyone is in the game to win it. And so sometimes you are working amongst, or you may have people that are working for you that just aren't pulling their weight. And so we coach you through how to handle those scenarios and situations. But I'm so excited for this leadership development course, because I know that it's going to help a lot of people, and I know that they actually are going to see some growth out of it. It's not just some fluff, course to just kind of run through and say, oh, I took a course. The other thing that I wanted to come on and just highlight to you guys, especially those that are in the marketplace that work for, most major corporations. Many of your corporations actually have education reimbursement funds, or they have funds set aside for you to be able to take courses to increase your skill set. And so you would be so strategic if you tapped into those funds and started to use them to help increase your skill set. Again, I don't want to, focus on the negative, but we have to focus on the reality. We see the news every day, and those of us like me that don't really get into the news, again, we can't escape it, whether you're going to find it out on TikTok or on this platform itself, or YouTube. You're seeing all of the restructuring actions that companies are taking place because they have to. Many of them, they did what they thought they needed to do during the pandemic, and in some cases, some have overhired. I spoke with a senior executive a couple days ago, and that individual was sharing me how, even for their particular role, they feel like their company actually may have overhired in those senior level roles. And so what we know from seeing some of the bank collapses and from seeing some of the giants like Google's taking restructuring, measures, the others are going to have to follow suit as well, right? Or else they're going to risk seeing their companies go down or having to be acquired by other organizations in order to even stay afloat, right? And so we're going to begin to see more restructuring actions taking place. Unfortunately, some companies will have to just exit the marketplace altogether. And so the onus is on you to take your career by hold in your hands and make sure that you are increasing your skill set and your knowledge base to make sure that you are as marketable as you can be, whether it's for yourself in your own business, or if it is going back into the market space and working for someone else or another corporation. Again, I just wanted to hop on really quickly for you guys. I had a quick break in between meetings, and I just wanted to share that with you because I think, again, a lot of folks aren't really tapped into sometimes all of the resources that are available to them. And so, again, if you do work for a corporation, consider or start researching some of the resources that they have available to you, and funds and grants that they may actually provide for you to be able to join some of these networking opportunities, so that you can begin to mix and mingle with people within your same industry that do the same things as you. It's going to be important to make sure you have a tight network during the course of this year, during this season. And so it's also going to be important that you're increasing those skill sets too. So you may want to also research and find out where you can use those funds. And again, you can use those funds for admin learning, for the courses that we're going to be pumping out. Again, right now, we just launched the Leadership Development Workshop. That is a 10-week certified workshop. You will receive a certification that you completed the workshop at the end of it. And so, again, I look forward to seeing you there, and I look forward to seeing you grow in 2023. Have a good day. Bye.